Here is another local gal for Pennsylvania fans from Allentown, Nicole Harris. And they look for big things from her.
She opened up with a new move that she invented. Transition from the low bar to the high bar. Beautiful combination on the single rail on the top. Oh, I love the transitions from the low bar to the high bar and back. This is good stuff.
Wow, Nicole Harris solid on her dismount as well.
I think she hit her heels on the low bar. I heard something.
A little click.
This is her favorite event. There.
Okay.
This was a little short. That pirouette didn't quite get to the handstand, and she went with an easier dismount than she normally does, just a simple double back somersault. She already qualified for the U.S. Championship, so this meet for her is just a tune-up.
This is Nicole Childs. She finished 13th in the American Classic, so she's only qualified for nationals already. As Bart has pointed out, many of these athletes are here really starting to fine-tune and sharpen their competitive skills in competition in front of an audience with judges as they head towards the summer and the big goal in Athens.
Her coach, Evgeny Marchenko, oh, she missed that triple turn. She was hoping to get what they call D value for that move. It's an extra 1/10 of a point if you make it all the way around. Oh, and unlucky there. Whip to a triple twist. Looked like she went out of bounds as well. Evgeny Marchenko, the coach at Woga, was telling me that this is the kind of model gymnast that he wished every one of his kids would work with, this kind of work ethic. And every day she's pleasant in the gym and a pleasure to coach. In some ways, she doesn't quite have the same natural ability and explosive power as some of the other gymnasts, but she has a work ethic that is second to none. It's a nice double twister.
18 years old, and you'll find that to be about the median age for these senior competitors.
It's interesting, some of the European competitors are competing to their mid and even late 20s now because there's prize money available in gymnastics these days, which wasn't the case a few years back. And so a lot of the Russians and Ukrainians and even a gymnast from Uzbekistan, they're competing into their late 20s.
Stepped over the line, I think, again there. A bit of an uneven performance. The first of 4 rounds now in the books. And we'll be back with the second rotation from Rochester, New York. You're watching Gymnastics on CNE. Rochester, New York. It's the 2004 U.S. Classic Gymnastics for the women, the senior division. And we're into our second rotation. The second of 4 rounds as the women move to their next event. It's the combination for most of these athletes of all 4 exercises, all 4 events. Here's Nguyan on the vault.
Not bad, actually, and she traveled pretty far from the horse. You have to land at least 1 meter from the back of the vaulting table. You see that she had an 8.675 earlier on the floor. This isn't a bad vault at all. Pretty powerful. There's that Yurchenko style. Watch, she does a round off onto the springboard. She goes backwards onto the vaulting table. She twisted a little early in that full twisting layout Yurchenko.
This is our first look at Brittany Magee. This is on the balance beam. Bart, would you rank this as maybe the most difficult of the 4 events?
Yeah, I think most women, oh, isn't that great? Round off to a tuck back somersault. Most women gymnasts would acknowledge that this is the make or break event in the sport. It's just too darn easy to fall off this thing.
Yeah, rather narrow playing field.
A lot of other events you can finesse a landing here or there, but on the balance beam, if you're not right on and you don't make a very quick adjustment, you could be standing on the floor very easily. She's got some good combinations in this routine. She is from Texas Dreams Gymnastics, which is in Coppell, Texas. She's coached by
Go ahead.
Kim Zemeskel, the former world champion in '91, world all-around champion, and her husband, Chris Burdett. Really nice leap series. And some good combinations. Connected acrobatic skills. Beautiful. Once again, it seems to me the best way to do the balance beam is with that kind of attacking, aggressive rhythm. And she's got it.
Wow. Very nice dismount. Brittany Magee.
She was unfortunate in the first rotation, only scored a 7.8 on the uneven bars, but she came back with a strong performance here. Good double back, a little split tuck there. We call it cowboy when you pull your legs apart to help you increase the rotation.
Final competitor on bars in the first half will be Emily Peacock from USA Aerials.
Tia Orlando, one of the elite athletes here from the Parkettes in Allentown, Pennsylvania, just outside of Philadelphia, about 25 miles northeast. Oh, boy.
She's strong in those pirouettes and handstand.
You know, the thing I always wonder is how do you practice that? How do you develop that? I guess on the floor, on the mat, and then take it up a few feet.
It doesn't hurt that they spend about 6 hours a day in gymnastics.
Just amazing. Is it important to start this when they're just almost infants so that it's second nature, Bart, so that there's no fear factor?
I think that's a big aspect of it, and obviously building that kind of terrific strength that they need starts at a very early age. And it just seems like most of the world-class gymnasts start, you know, in that 4, 5, 6 years of age.
I see some on our sheets 2, 3 years old.
I think she started at about 2. She's third after the first rotation here in the all-around. Courtney Coupettes had the highest score, but she won't be competing in all the events. Marcia Newby, second highest, and Tia Orlando having a good competition today.
I'll bet her father's videotaping this. He's a cameraman for the elite, the best, for NFL Films.
All right, double back somersault at the end. She's doing well. She seems to be on track with her quest to make that final Olympic trials and a shot at that Olympic team.
Second half.
There's that double back somersault. Just a little shorter rotation.
Hollie Vise about to make the 26-yard run to the vault table. 9.050 after one performance on the floor exercise.
We talked about her two specialties, the beam and the bars. We saw her on the floor, and now we'll see her on the vault. This is not her best event as well, but as I said, this is a chance for her to impress the powers that be in USA Gymnastics, that she deserves to be on that Olympic team as an all-around performer. Okay, that's just an adequate vault. It's a 9.7 start value for that type of vault, but didn't have a lot of repulsion off the vaulting table. It was a little low.
Here's Nicole Harris on the beam. Already a terrific performance on bars. And Nicole sits at number 6 overall after one rotation. 9.225 on the bars. Philadelphia area product from the Parkettes in Allentown, PA. That's where she makes her home. And she's a local girl. Oceanside, New York's her birthplace, 1988. So she'll be 16 next month.
She competed in the first American Classic in California in March, took third in the all-around there.
I love reading these. Birth 1988, began gymnastics 1990. They gave her 2 years off.
When she is on, she can be spectacular, as we saw at the Parkette Invitational earlier this year. She's got the power and the flexibility. Look at that double back. Easy.
Nicole Harris off to a great start.